welcome to The Bachelor in Paradise Season 5. And this is episode 10 and 11, so the next to last episode and the finale. So I'm putting them all together because I feel like it. So, there you go. Okay, so I have been sick, so that is why this is late. You saw the last video where I looked like I was actually dying. It's fine because I'm still alive. We're okay. So episode 10, right? So I'm gonna kind of like speed through because there's not really a lot to talk about from this first episode, considering I watched it like a week ago, meaning I don't have nearly as many things to say about it as I would have a week ago. Sorry. So we start off, and where we left off last time was this whole thing with Shoshana being a witch. All that BS. Jordan gets a date card. Yay, Jordan. So, of course, he takes Jenna on the date, and they're going to have a photo shoot, an engagement photo shoot. Well, they're not even engaged yet. So, she's wearing a wedding dress. He's wearing a suit. They're hanging out and taking pictures. Okay, and then, oh, Mr. Robbie comes in. Robbie was runner-up on JoJo's season, and apparently he was in Bachelor Paradise last season and cheated on Amanda.
I'm probably most well known for being Robert Hunter 89 on the social interwebs.
And that right there is how you know why he's actually on TV, to gain a social media following. So he goes around and pulls every girl. He tries to go to Jenna, and you know, all the girls are like, we know your reputation, we're not stupid, we don't want to hang out with you.
I feel like Robbie came here to saw my face off and glue it to his. You know, Robbie's coming in here a little too late to try to pull a Mr. Steelio girl. Robbie's like a handsomer version of David. Let's
just say it didn't really work out with Robbie and Jenna, and he ends up talking to Shoshana, and of course she's kind of oblivious to everything. She doesn't really know what's going on. She's like, yeah, sure, let's go. This whole thing just happened with Camille and I'm done with it. I threw his picture in the fire, did some spell apparently, and let's go on this date. And so they go. So they're on this date. They keep talking about like, man, I just trust you. I trust you so much. It's crazy how much I trust you. And it's like so ironic because she shouldn't trust him, and she's like, I don't have any reason not to trust you. And then it's like, yeah, you would if you knew. Yikes. So then Cassandra and Jordan try to give it a little go again, and she's talking about, so like, who usually makes the first move? Is it you or the girl? And then he's like, are you literally asking me to make a move right now? And then they just kiss, so there's that. Apparently Joe and Kendall are both terrified of commitment. So they're having a conversation about getting engaged. Kendall's like, you're not really serious about that. And Joe's just like kind of playing it off, whatever. I don't really understand what this conversation is. And then Kendall gets mad. No one knows why she's mad, but she like just goes away and goes to bed, and it's like, what? Okay, bye. So now it's time for the cocktail party the next night. It's this whole, you know, Olivia, John, and Diggy love triangle. It's like, oh no, who's gonna go? Who's she gonna pick? We don't know. So basically one guy is leaving and she is choosing which guy leaves. So she hangs out with John. He brings her to some sunflowers, and apparently that interrupts some kind of thing she was having with Diggy. And then there's this scene of him with the guy who played the trumpet on their date, and they try to make it funny, and like, I appreciate like where they were trying to go with this, but like it wasn't really nearly as funny as they were trying to make it. So Shoshana, Cassandra, and Olivia have this talk about Robbie and how he's a bad guy and how he cheated on Amanda last season. And she's like, crush, I'm gonna go talk to Robbie. So she goes and talks to Robbie, and she confronts him. She's like, have you ever cheated on anyone? And then he's like, ever? Yeah. And then she said, have you ever cheated on Amanda? And he says, no. So she's like, I believe you. It's just so obvious that you're telling the truth right now. I am definitely on your side, and I definitely believe everything that you're saying to me. I believe you. So that worked out. So Kendall and Joe go to have a little chat. So Kendall expresses her doubts and how she doesn't know if she wants to be with him, and he's like, I've literally wanted to be with you this entire time. I've always told you this, and you're just oblivious to it all, and it's only you that's having any kind of doubts. And she's like, why have you never told me this? Like, why didn't you tell me this until just now? And it's like, girl, how did you not know? What the heck? What are you talking about? And so he's like, okay, I'm leaving. And so he leaves, and then she leaves, and then it's time for the rose ceremony. The only person who was in question tonight of who was given the rose out was Olivia, and she chose to give it to John instead of Diggy, so Diggy is going home. And then we have another one of these fun little segments that we all laugh really hard at. So there's that. And then it's the next day and Chris Harrison arrives and he's like, hey guys, come meet me in the Rose Palapa. As he says every single time he arrives. And so they go to the Rose Palapa and he's like, hey guys, guess what? Tonight is your last night in paradise. Fantasy suites tonight and tomorrow. You're all proposing, so congratulations. Oh my gosh. So decide right now, are you going to do it tonight or are you going to break up and go home? So all the couples talk and they decide whether or not they need to go home or stay and do it. Olivia and John talk. They're like, you know, we just haven't really talked about this kind of stuff, and it's like, I don't think we're close enough to, you know, do it yet. So let's just go home and explore how our relationship's gonna go, you know? And then Cassandra and Jordan, they break up, and Jordan's like, yeah, no, we're not a thing. We couldn't be a thing. This is weird. Bye. Robbie and Shoshana are like, we just met yesterday. Let's not do it yet, let's go home. Camille and Annalise. Camille's acting like he has no idea if he should take Annalise to the fantasy suite or not. He doesn't know, but then of course in the end he decides to do it with her. Looks like Chris and Crystal are also going to do it. And then there's Jordan and Jenna also going to do it. But then we have Astrid and Kevin. You know, the couple that I actually think they're actually pretty cool, nice people, funny people. But all of a sudden out of nowhere, oh, Kevin is having this mental breakdown, this inner turmoil. Out of literally nowhere, no one knows what's going on, what's happening with this kid's head, and what is going on. We don't know, we don't know. He's saying he has this dilemma about the fantasy suites, how he always regrets the fantasy suites. He has been to two, one where, you know, he supposedly took Ashley I's virginity, so it's just like a mess, and just the words fantasy suite really hits him in a way he didn't know that it would, and he doesn't want to do that. Basically they break up and he is bawling his eyes out on the daybed, and she goes home, and it's crazy. No one saw it coming, no one expected it, and we're like, oh no, they broke up, oh no. And then I'm sure what she's thinking in the car is like, wow, I guess this is why girls don't say I love you to the guys first, because like, what are they ever even feeling? We don't know. So then we have the three happy couples going to the fantasy suites to do it tonight. We have Jordan and Jenna, Crystal and Chris, and Annalise and Camille. So that's pretty much what happened in the fantasy suite. I don't know. So that's how that episode ended, and the next morning they're supposed to propose and whatnot. So it is the next episode is the finale, the reunion special, and we are going to see how all this ends and how everyone reacts to everything. So here we go. So we start out with Chris Harrison in a live studio audience saying hello to us. We start to see all three couples, you know, wake up and then go get proposed to, wake up, get proposed to, you know, just that cycle that happens all the time. Like when you just meet someone, you wake up next to them and then you go propose to them, you know, it happens all the time, every day. So first is Camille and Annalise, and at the beginning of every proposal, the girl has to sit there and like say everything about why they love them and why they should propose to them. Like I guess they have to convince them to propose to them. I don't know, but this is what Annalise says.
I know that not only am I the one for you, but you're the one for me.
I mean, yeah, typically that's how it works. That if, I mean, how are you gonna be the one for him, but he's not gonna be the one for you? How does that make any sense? I think it's just logic there, and that was a really dumb thing to say there, Annalise, okay? He's like, yeah, I think this is moving way too fast, which is what he's been saying this whole time. And he's like, yeah, we don't need to get engaged. Let's just hang out. And she's like, okay, we're hanging out, yay, I love this. I'm not getting my happy ending on Paradise like I've dreamed about this entire season, but yeah, we're hanging out. We're hanging out, yeah. And then it's Jenna and Jordan time. And honestly, watching this entire thing, watching Jenna at all right now, makes me so angry, considering what we know now. She cheated on him, so all this is fake when you look at her. So he proposes to her, unfortunately, even though she's awful. And then we have Chris and Crystal, and thanks to Neil Lane once again, they are engaged as well.
And we have bloopers.
Oh my goodness, we have bloopers. It's been so long since I've heard you say that, Chris Harrison. It's been way too long since I've heard you say that. Okay, so now we are seeing that the cast, well, most of the cast, is now along the side, and we are going to say hi to all of them again.
Leo!
His so annoyed. He's like, everyone just booed at me. And he is so mad. I love it. Why did he even show up? Like, what did he expect, honestly? Okay, so now we get a little update from each of the couples that we aren't sure where they left off. You know, we have Olivia and John, and apparently John broke up with Olivia after a little bit of like FaceTiming and long distance. Apparently he just couldn't take it. And she says to him, it doesn't matter. If you wanted it to work, you would have made it work, long distance or not. Which are facts only, ma'am. And then we have, oh, what's this kid's name? Oh yeah, Eric and Angela having the same conversation that we've been having this entire time. Nothing seems to be like making any sense yet, but she forgives him. I don't know what's going on, but she forgave him. I don't know, cool. And then Benoit and Jordan have a little tiff as per usual. I don't know, Benoit's just dumb. Jenna was like really having a hard time deciding between us two. She really was. And then he's like, shut up, we're engaged. What does it matter? Anything that happened, you're an idiot. Go away.
There was one couple, and honestly, I wish they'd gotten more coverage because we didn't talk about them at all this season. Tia and Colton.
Wow, Chris. I'm glad you can make a joke about your own show, though. Okay, so then Jordan and David hug. They make up, I guess, and now they're friends. And that's like, what? Where am I? What kind of alternate universe have I stepped into? Not quite sure, but okay. Then Kevin and Astrid come up. This is like months after filming, you know, obviously they've talked, and Kevin got a chance to go talk to his therapist, talk it out, and figure out why everything happened like it did that night. And now they're back together and they're madly in love, so congratulations. Kendall and Joe. Apparently Kendall went and visited Joe in Chicago. They talked it out, they had some dinner, probably did it. Now they're good. They're a happy couple too. They're together. Chris Harrison mentions, hey, I secured you a spot on Dancing with the Stars. And then they're like, you should do it. And he's like, I can't dance. Okay, I'll do it to be near Kendall in LA. Like as if this is the very first time they've ever had this conversation about Dancing with the Stars. I can't believe you would just ask me a crazy question like that. I've never even considered Dancing with the Stars. I didn't even know it was an option. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. So then Camille and Annalise come. This is when it gets good. It gets real good here. Okay, so Annalise is like, we're in love. It's going great. Bring him out. I love him. Bring him out. And then he breaks up with her. So
we literally booked an Airbnb for us yesterday to stay the week together.
Yeah,
and now,
I did. But Annalise, like, I'm trying to make it work as much as I can.
You're not.
So he just straight up breaks up with her on stage. Not like in private, not like, you know, months ago. No, he breaks up with her on stage on finale night whenever they're supposed to talk about like how happy they are. And then she goes, she cries backstage a little, he talks to Chris Harrison a little, and then Chris Harrison lays into him.
So why not break up 2 days ago?
I mean, just logic. And then this happens, and Tia right here, Tia's reaction is literally me.
To her.
I literally tried to break up with you like 2 weeks ago, and you said,
bitch.
I don't want to lose you, and I'm gonna fight for you.
And I did, and I have been.
No, you have not.
Yes, I have.
I said to you, I've been giving 90 and you've been giving 10, and you said, I'm gonna step it up.
And I have been trying to.
You have not stepped it up. I sent your mom flowers.
You have. You have.
I booked your flight back to New York.
Have.
She literally paid for his flight. Like, this idiot. What a loser.
Camille,
Yes.
I'm gonna say goodbye to you. We're gonna let you go.
Chris Harrison, always with that subtle shade. Love it. So then we come back from commercial and they're talking backstage. Basically, nothing new went on and they're over. So now Jenna and Jordan are here, and Jenna, again, is making me angry that she is being so fake. So that's all that happens there. Basically, they're like, yeah, we're a happy couple. Chris Harrison, would you like to officiate our wedding June 9th next year? Of course, I'd be happy to. Well, it's not gonna happen. Sorry to break it to you, but it's not gonna happen. She cheated on him. They're donezo. For now, at least. I don't know. Who's to say? If I were him, I'd stay away 5 ever and a day, you know, but you do you, Jordan. If it were me, kick her to the curb forever, so.
And we've got bloopers.
We've got bloopers, man. You just, Chris Harrison knows the words that get me going. He just knows. Okay, so now we have Crystal and Chris. Yay. This couple I still don't understand. They're interesting. I don't know, just looking at them, they're just kind of I don't see it, but whatever. He's crying on stage, and he's just so emotional. Apparently he got to meet her dogs, and congratulations to that happy couple that are still together. We see Leo in the live studio audience. Why did he switch seats? Why is he over there? Why is none of that explained? Who's even sitting by? Like, is that Crystal's mom? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but okay, bye Leo. So apparently Chris and Crystal's moms are now BFFs, congratulations. And then Chris Harrison gives Crystal and Chris a crystal goose. I'm embarrassed. Oh, but wait, what you all been waiting for? Chris Harrison, he gives us something, apparently.
Bachelor Nation, I got Crystal and Goose a gift, so it's only fitting I got something for you as well. So I did. It's bloopers.
You know, you'd think after all this time that he would, like, you know, try to have better grammar, but apparently it's bloopers. Plural, singular, who knows? I don't know. And then we end the show with the couples that are still engaged as of this episode, which are Jenna and Jordan and Crystal and Chris. But, you know, now that Jenna and Jordan are no longer a thing, Crystal and Chris are the only remaining engaged couple in Paradise. Congratulations, you two. Okay, what an exciting 2 episodes. What an exciting season. Man, look at us go. We finally got through it. I'm proud of us. There were several times, pretty much every single week, I didn't know if I was going to make it through, especially considering there were 2 episodes a week. That was exhausting. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, then okay. And I will see you in my next video, which will be at least next week, but you better be here. It won't be Bachelor related probably, so it doesn't matter though. You should probably be here because I miss making those videos and you're gonna be here to watch, aren't you? I sure hope so, because this isn't the only content I have and you better watch every single video that I have because you like me. You like me, right? So it's gonna be okay and you're gonna be there and we're gonna have some fun. So yeah. Okay, well, I'll see you next time. Thank you for sticking through this season. This has been The Bachelor in Paradise Season 5. Thank you and goodbye.